France has just issued an order that feels ripped straight out of a World War II history book. By March 2026, every French hospital must be prepared to treat hundreds of wounded soldiers per day, not just French troops but even foreign NATO forces. The government warns of a possible major conflict in Europe with large-scale casualties, the kind not seen since the 1940s, and they admit the conflict may not even wait until 2026. It could come even sooner. People have been left asking why now? Why this sudden chilling directive? And does it mean Europe is openly preparing for World War III? Leaked documents published by Lekana and Shine show the French Ministry of Health demanding hospitals expand facilities and brace for war conditions. The instructions are detailed: capacity for hundreds of casualties per day, ability to treat foreign soldiers, not just French, interpreters to help non-French speakers communicate with medical staff, temporary field hospitals near ports, airports, train stations to process the wounded troops. The order warns France must anticipate a wave of injured soldiers from across Europe if NATO troops clash directly with Russia. For many, this was a bombshell. Overnight hospitals were told to prepare for battlefield conditions. French citizens are understandably rattled. On social media, the people have been asking, why is the government suddenly talking about World War II-style casualties? Do officials know something the public doesn't? Why are hospitals preparing for foreign soldiers? Are NATO troops about to fight Russia directly? Or why is this Russia hoax again and again? To many, the order doesn't feel like general preparedness, it feels like war planning in plain sight. France isn't the only one. The UK has issued a similar order to its institutions, fueling speculation that London expects to either send troops to Ukraine or engage in a direct confrontation with Russia. Germany too is on the edge. Its top defense chief, General Carsten Breuer, warned that the Bundeswehr and NATO forces will remain on high alert during Zapad 2025, Russia's massive joint drills with Belarus. While Breuer admitted he doesn't expect an outright Russian attack during the exercises, he stressed, "We will be on guard, not just Germany but all of NATO." The message here is clear that NATO is preparing for an escalation. Adding to the tension, NATO's new chief Mark Rutte has been issuing grim warnings. He predicts a nightmare scenario. China attacks Taiwan while Russia simultaneously strikes NATO in Europe. According to him, Russia could target the Baltic republics, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, while Beijing moves on Taiwan. Rutte insists Russia is rearming at an unprecedented speed, producing more ammunition in 3 months than NATO does in an entire year. Combined with support from Russia, North Korea, and Iran, NATO fears being outpaced. This is why France's hospital order can't be brushed aside. It's tied to NATO's belief that a multi-front world war is not only possible but increasingly likely. French President Emmanuel Macron controversially called Vladimir Putin an ogre who constantly lands to occupy, while the European Union chief labeled him as a predator. Such words don't reflect European leader view towards Russia, they expose their envy. Instead of diplomacy, Western leaders push war preparations. Defense experts predict that by 2026, Russia could directly clash with NATO in Poland, Estonia, or Lithuania. If that happens, France believes it will be tasked with treating wounded NATO troops. Hence, the order for hospitals to prepare now. Meanwhile, peace talks between Russia and USA are slow and are going nowhere. Both sides are deadlocked on issues ranging from Ukraine's future to nuclear arms control. Analysts warn the dialogue could collapse entirely, and if that happens, the fragile line separating a Russia-Ukraine war from a Russia-NATO war could vanish overnight. Bloomberg has estimated the economic cost of such a conflict to be $1.5 trillion in just the first phase. France's Health Minister Catherine Vautrin insists the order is routine crisis planning. She compared it to the stockpiling supplies during the COVID-19 pandemic, but her reassurances don't match reality. Consider this: France has already raised defense spending to 3 to 3.5% of GDP. It published a citizen survival guide advising households how to prepare for nuclear strikes and armed conflict. And now hospitals are ordered to be war ready by 2026. 2026. The official story says precaution, while the actions say expectation. Step back and the pattern is undeniable. France is preparing hospitals for mass casualties. The UK is issuing wartime-style directives, while Germany is on a military alert. NATO is warning of a Russia-China axis. US-Russia peace talks are stalling. Piece by piece, Europe is bracing for World War III. We hope it will never happen, but the question now is whether these preparations are simply caution or a sign that war is truly seen as inevitable. Because history teaches one lesson. When governments begin ordering hospitals to prepare for hundreds of wounded soldiers a day, the storm is already much closer than anyone wants to admit. Is France simply being cautious, or is Europe truly preparing for a World War III scenario? And realistically, why would Russia risk attacking NATO when the consequences are so high? Or is the bigger issue that NATO is provoking and dragging Russia into conflict just to maintain its own relevance? And if yes, when is the Russia hoax going to stop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dive analysis of global events. Thanks for watching.